In this video, I want to go over what I call a Spanish localization hack. And this is a way that you can actually increase your keywords that you submit to the iOS App Store. And this is for iOS only. It does not apply to Android. But if you do have an app that's in the iOS App Store, you definitely want to pay attention to this localization hack because it can actually double the amount of keywords that you can use to submit to the App Store and optimize for. So to illustrate what I mean by this Spanish localization hack, I want to illustrate it by going into Sensor Tower, and I've gone to keyword research, and I'm just going to type in Clash of Clans, which is kind of an example that we've used in this course to illustrate some things. And so, and also note that I had typed in Sign Now, which is an app that I had looked at, and I was using it for demo purposes. And just to show you, this is Clash of Clans as the top listing. I'm going to go and spy on its keywords, meaning we're going to take a look at what keywords they've used. And you can see here it's Clash of Clans versus Sign Now. We're looking at the keywords for Sign Now, and you can see they're listed here. And for Clash of Clans, you can see it's a much longer list. It actually goes all the way down here. And you know, some of the keywords are a little bit shorter, but still this is a much longer list than this other app. And if I was to highlight all of these words and go to keyword optimization and paste those words in and use optimize, you can see that they've pretty much used up their 100 character limit, 96 out of 100 characters. But if I go back to the keyword spy and I look at Clash of Clans, they have this much longer list. And if I go back to keyword optimization, I copy and paste that long list in and optimize it, you can see they've somehow managed to go over this 100 character limit, and they have 155 characters out of 100. So the question is, how did they do that? How did Apple allow them to have 155 characters out of 100? And actually, I'll be willing to bet if I go to, let's just go to this second one. Yeah, this one has more too. Let's go to this Dark Ages. Spy on these keywords. Look at this long list here for this Dark Ages app or Dark Ages game. If I was to select all of these keywords and go to keyword optimization, paste that in, you can see for this Dark Ages game, they have 239 characters out of 100. And I mean, that definitely gives an app an edge over someone who's only had 100 characters. If you can get in many more keywords, you'll definitely be able to drive a lot more traffic to that app. So the question is, how did they go over that 100 character limit? And that's what I'm going to cover here with this Spanish localization hack. Now, how this works is the keywords listed in the Spanish localization will be ranked and counted in the US store listing in addition to the English keywords list. So this is something that Apple has allowed historically. This could change at any point in time. It still works right now. Apple may change their policies in the future. But basically, if you have an English listing as well as a Spanish localization listing, in the US App Store, Apple will allow both the English keywords and the Spanish keywords to be used together. And that's how these games and these apps have gone past that 100 character limit, effectively giving them 200 characters. And just a comment about that Dark Ages app, I'm not quite sure how they went over to 239 characters. It may be because they're listing their category name as well as there's a few free keywords that Apple gives. But basically, this Spanish localization hack will allow you to get 200 characters in instead of 100 characters. So again, this means you get double the keywords, which will help boost your ranking and visibility in the App Store. And it's definitely something you want to do with all your apps. And however, just keep this in mind that each list, the Spanish keyword list as well as the English keyword list, are separate. So the keywords in Spanish cannot be combined with the keywords in English. And so what that means is, let's say you have clash of in Spanish, but you have the keyword clans in English, and someone searches for clash of clans, you will actually not show up for that whole phrase, because you only have some of the keywords in the Spanish keyword list and some of the phrases in the English keyword list, and those two lists cannot be combined. So basically you want to keep your keyword phrases complete with each localization, with the Spanish one or the English one, but you can't combine both lists for combined phrases. So I just want to reiterate, this works for right now, but Apple could stop this at any time. So you want to still do this, but I wouldn't put all your eggs in this basket and ride this as the end all and be all. You want to do it while it's good, but just keep in mind Apple could change this at any time, and it's sort of this unpublished thing that only select people know about, and so definitely take advantage of it while you can. So just to do a quick demo of what I'm describing, this is again my dummy test app 2000, and as you can see down here for the English metadata, my keywords are here, and I just copied and pasted this from the Sign Now app. But this is I believe about 96 characters. And so the keywords for the English language are full. But if I was to add the Spanish localization, here you can see it's asking for the Spanish name. I would put in, actually, there's a Spanish name. I'll say this is the description. Of course, this would all be in Spanish. And it would be here that I would add my secondary list of keywords. And the secondary list of keywords, again, I'd probably just take that from the keyword research videos that you've seen before, that I've made prior to this. Take that list based on iPhone difficulty, and just choose the next least difficult keywords and put them in this Spanish keyword list. And again, you want to optimize it to 100 characters and just put it into the keywords there and click Save. And so once that's done, and you've published the app and Apple's approved it, you will then, you should appear on Sensor Tower. If you do a keyword spy on Sensor Tower, you should be able to see, actually if I even go into the keyword spy, you'll see that your list of keywords should be longer than the first 100 characters. It will actually look more like the Clash of Clans, or you'd have a much longer list because it's combining both the Spanish keywords as well as the English keywords.